bomb Iran, you know, bomb. Anyway,
when veterans are together, veterans joke. And I was with veterans and we were joking. And if somebody can't understand that, my answer is please get a life. I'm a proud conservative, liberal conservative. If we leave Iraq, it will enhance Iranian influence in the region to the detriment, I think, of every nation in the region.
Senator McCain.
I'm sorry.
Senator McCain.
I'm sorry. The Iranians are training extremists.
Senator McCain.
Not Al-Qaeda. Not Al-Qaeda.
Senator McCain.
Staying in Iraq for 50 years.
Maybe 100.
We've
been in South Korea. We've been in Japan for 60 years. We've been in South Korea for 50 years or so. That'd be fine with me.
Thanks for that introduction, guys. They didn't mention that I stood 5th from the bottom of my class at the Naval Academy. My GPA earned me 5th from the bottom of my class at the Naval Academy status. I can assure you, on today's standards, it would be barely passing.
According, to most diplomatic experts, the supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, is the guy who's in charge of Iranian foreign policy and also in charge of the nuclear program. But you never mention him. Do you, why do you always keep on talking about Ahmadinejad since he doesn't have power in that realm?
Oh, I think, again, I respectfully disagree. When he's the person that comes to the United Nations and declares his country's policy.
You're gonna dig.
Our economic fundamentals are strong. The fundamentals of our economy are strong.
The fundamentals of our economy are strong.
The fundamentals of our economy are very strong. The fundamentals of our economy are strong. We hear talk of a meeting with the Iranian leadership offered up as if it were some sudden inspiration, a bold new idea that somehow nobody has ever thought of before. Yet it's hard to see what such a summit with President Ahmadinejad would actually gain, except an earful of anti-Semitic rants and a worldwide audience for a man who denies one Holocaust and talks before frenzied crowds about starting another.
Bomb. Anyway,
strategic attack on weaponry in Iran. Do you need congressional approval as Commander-in-Chief?
I believe that this is a possibility that is maybe closer to reality than we are discussing tonight.
John, you're absolutely right that presidents have to be prudent in what they say. But, coming from you, who, in the past have threatened extinction for North Korea and, sung songs about bombing Iran, I don't know, how credible that is.
And our winner, Senator John McCain, the Republican presidential candidate. I can't emphasize this enough. He's running for president. He's running for president, even though 3 times in the last 24 hours he has said Iran is training al-Qaeda terrorists and sending them to Iraq. As this rare video worsts from Amman Jordan shows, even Senator Joe Lieberman realized McCain was making a fool of himself.
Well, it's common knowledge and has been reported in the media that that Al-Qaeda is going back into Iran and receiving training and are coming back into Iraq from Iran. That's well known, and it's unfortunate.
You said that the Iranians were training Al-Qaeda. Extremists.
I'm sorry, the Iranians are training extremists, not Al-Qaeda.
No wonder McCain's talking about 100 years in Iraq. It'll take him that long just to figure out what the hell's going on there. John McCain actually running for president. Today's worst person in the world. Winners tonight, Senator McCain and one of his press spokesmen, Britt Hume of Fixed News. After McCain 4 times said Iran was training al-Qaeda for missions in Iraq, then was corrected by Senator Lieberman, then said not al-Qaeda, extremists, then went the next day back to saying it was al-Qaeda, not just extremists. Spokesman Hume said, it's probably just a blip. The feeling was not that he's a dope, didn't know his way around. He might have had a senior moment there. So taking your best case scenario there, You want we should elect a guy who has senior moments about starting wars? These are my choices? He's a dope, he's a liar, or he has senior moments? Senator McCain and his press spokesman, Brit Hume of Fox. Today's worst persons in the world.
You know, your opponent, Barack Obama, seizing on the comments that you made yesterday. And so I want to ask you this morning, what did you mean when you said the fundamentals of the economy are strong?
Fundamentals of our economy are very strong. Well, what I obviously was saying, and I believe, is the American worker is the most productive, the most innovative. They're the fundamental of our economy and the strength of it.
I want to make sure I have this straight now. Yesterday on the campaign trail, you reiterated that you believe the fundamentals of the economy are strong. At the same time, we understand your campaign is issuing an ad that says the economy is in crisis. Which is it?
My GPA earned me 5th from the bottom of my class at the Naval Academy status.
Anyway.
How hard do you think President Obama will be to defeat in 2012?
It depends on a few things. Say he played, and I got this from Buchanan reading one of his columns the other day. Say he played the war card. Say he decided to declare war on Iran, or decided to really come out and do whatever he could to support Israel, which I would like him to do. But that changes the dynamics in what we can assume is going to happen between now and 3 years. Because I think if the election were today, I do not think Obama would be reelected. But 3 years from now, things could change if on the national security front.
But you're not suggesting that he would cynically play the war card.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm saying if he did, things would dramatically change if he decided to toughen up and do all that he can to secure our nation and our allies. I think people would perhaps shift their thinking a little bit and decide, well, maybe he's tougher than we think than he is today, and there wouldn't be as much passion to make sure that he doesn't serve another 4 years. But today, if
assuming
the election, he wouldn't win.
that he continues on the path that he's going on, and we don't have that rally around the flag.
Then he's not going to win.
Not going to win.
He's not going to win. If he continues on the path that he has America on today, and here's the deal. That's what a lot of Americans are telling him today, and he's not listening. Instead, he's telling everybody else, listen up. Tougher than we think than he is today.
She's, of course, talking about President Obama, seemed to be implying that this would be a good political move for him. What's your take?
I don't think a president can make a judgment like that on the basis of politics. The stakes are too high, the consequences too significant to be treating those as simple political calculations. When you begin to talk about war, you talk about crossing international borders, you talk about committing American men and women to combat, that takes place on a plane clear above any political consideration. So I'd be very cautious about treating that kind of issue on those kinds of conditions.
It's the first big nuclear arms treaty in 2 decades.
Nuclear.
And President Barack Obama signed it with a flourish alongside Russia's Dmitry Medvedev.
And we've got to keep an eye on Russia. For Russia to have exerted such pressure in terms of invading a smaller democratic country, unprovoked, is unacceptable, and we have to keep...
You believe unprovoked?
I do believe unprovoked.
What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
Nothing.
Nuclear.
Bomb Iran, you know. Bomb. Anyway.